Thanks for checking out our 3 short video series on acquisition entrepreneurship. Basically, when people set out to start a business, there's 3 big obstacles that continually are in the way. First, startup failure is a high risk. Only about 10% of startups make it. And out of those 10% that make it, the truth is not many of them really ever amount to much. Only 4% of companies in the United States ever exceed $1 million in revenue. Just north of 99% of startups either fail or don't ever really amount to much at all. Second, it's time consuming. People will often spend 12, 24 months out raising capital, trying to get money so that they can build an infrastructure that means something that can eventually generate profitable revenue. And in exchange, they're giving ownership of their company away. It's time consuming and it's expensive to the entrepreneur. Lastly, I believe that entrepreneurship is a condition. It's not necessarily something that you're actively doing. For example, you might already have a job. You might have started a company and it didn't work out, and so you're doing something else. You're looking for your next idea. You have a job and you don't have a clear idea of something, or maybe even you have an idea, but there's no product market fit. You just don't know that you're going to have what it takes to get that from an idea to actual proven business model. Acquisition entrepreneurship turns entrepreneurship on its head. In other words, instead of building a company from scratch, you're going to buy a company that's already going at an affordable rate that you can start building and leading as the entrepreneur and CEO from day one. Acquisition entrepreneurship solves all 3 of these pain points. First is the high risk component. So sure, a large majority of startups fail. Maybe you're at a point in your career where you don't want to take that chance. You've got children, you're married, a mortgage, whatever the situation. You feel kind of stuck. Acquisition entrepreneurship addresses that in the fact that almost 100% of people that buy existing companies don't enter in a default. In fact, it's only 1.5%, and that's been a pretty steady statistic for a long time. In other words, while 99% of startup entrepreneurs either fail outright or never achieve much at all, 1.5% of acquisition entrepreneurs fail or fall into default. Second, it's time consuming. Starting a company is time consuming. Acquisition entrepreneurship skips that. Instead of trying to raise capital, what you do is you go to a bank, and because you're buying it on current existing earnings, it's affordable, it's bankable, and the SBA is currently giving out loans of up to 90% of the purchase price, meaning that you can actually own outright 100%, one of the largest 4% of companies in the United States, for the same down payment of the average home in America. Third, you might not have an idea, or maybe the idea isn't mature enough that you have confidence around it. Buying an existing business cuts straight to the point of that. There's a proven business model, an idea that's there, and probably a really clear growth opportunity. You can come right in and start executing as the CEO of that business on day one with an existing idea in place. You can also use an existing business to launch your own idea. Say, for example, that you want to sell a certain SaaS product to a certain type of business customer. Well, you can go buy a company that has that existing customer base and build that product with the cash flow of the company and then roll it out into the existing customer base. I've actually done exactly that. I'm Walker Dybel. I wrote Buy Then Build: How Entrepreneurs Outsmart the Startup Game, and started buythenbuild.com. Over the last 10 years, I've bought 7 companies. I've started a few. I've been around, and I wanted to build this short video series just to kind of give you the fundamentals of what acquisition entrepreneurship is and how you can apply it. So today we just sort of covered the high-level concept of what acquisition entrepreneurship is. Tomorrow we're going to talk about one of the common pitfalls of people that start out on this path, and how you can overcome that.